And welcome everybody to Let's Play Golden Sun Dark Dawn! This is a game that has been a long time coming for my channel especially. The Golden Sun series is by far my favorite game series of all time. This is a game I grew up with countless hours on each game and whatnot. I love this series to death. It is my favorite RPG series of all time. I've been wanting to play the third game because I did LP the first two games a long time ago. First Golden Sun was my first LP, and the second Golden Sun was my second LP on this channel. And those were years ago. I've been meaning to play the third game for a long time, but because of technical difficulties with technology, I couldn't. I couldn't record this game for the longest time. I've wanted to, but I haven't been able to. But now that I have this capture card here, I can actually record it now. So that's what I plan on doing for you guys. Now, this was going to be my first big project with the new 3DS capture card. But this series is very special to me. This is my favorite series of all time. I've replayed every single game countless times, and I enjoyed every single one of them countless times. And I'm really excited to play this game for you guys. But anyways, let's go ahead and start the new game here. Let's go ahead and choose this empty slot. And this is probably one of my favorite things about the third game, Dark Dawn. You can put in a character name for the main character of the game. And the thing is, though, his actual name is my name. So I don't have to change my name, because his name is my name. The main character is Matthew. He is the son of Isaac, the main hero from the first game. And this game is very special because it takes place 30 years after the second game. This is a game that a lot of the fans have been waiting for a long time. It was 7 years between the second game and this game, before this game came out. And this was very anticipated by a lot of people. So anyways, let's go ahead and start the game here. Now, the first couple parts are going to be very text heavy, so I'm just going to warn you guys. Long ago, the ancients of Wayard discovered the secrets of alchemy. They found that all life in Wayard was based on the four elements: earth, wind, fire, and water. They used their knowledge of alchemy to forge a dazzling civilization from the elements. And the ancients made their wildest dreams come true. And then began the nightmare of alchemy. Abuses of alchemy threatened to tear apart the entire civilization. So the ancients did the unthinkable. They sealed away the power of alchemy so no one could use it. Civilization was saved, but the physical world itself began to die a slow death. For the ancients did not realize that alchemy was what held Wayard together. Without the force of alchemy, lands went barren, seas went dry, and the planet began to crumble. And civilization itself fell into the darkest of ages that came before its final fatal extinction. The ancients had sealed away alchemy to save civilization, but they had doomed Wayard. But while the oceans churned and life on the continents slid slowly towards oblivion over the eons, a legend was kept alive that held the key to Wayard's survival. If 4 elemental lighthouses could be ignited, their energy would trigger the Golden Sun event over Wayard. The Golden Sun would unleash the force of alchemy, saving the world. 30 years ago, a group of heroes did save the world with the Golden Sun, but now a shadowy threat is spreading. So pretty much that just gives you a brief summary of what happened in Golden Sun 1 and 2. It has been 30 years since the Golden Sun event went over Wayard. The world was saved and changed. 8 heroes took part in the quest to light the elemental lighthouses. 4 of these brave warriors were from the town of Vale. The Warriors of Vale, as they are now known throughout Wayard, are praised and blamed for their efforts. They had lived long at the foot of Mount Aleph, home to people charged with the sacred duty of the ancients. It was to protect Sol Sanctum, where the forbidden keys to the elemental lighthouses were hidden. It was also home to the godlike Wise One who protected Wayard. Vale kept the Sanctum's secrets for generations, ever vigilant against the return of alchemy. The Warriors of Vale were among those who pursued the forbidden return of its power. Because of their courage, the world of Wayard was saved 30 years ago. But while Wayard was saved, the new dawn of alchemy had been anything but bright. For while alchemy brings life, it also unleashed chaos. When the Golden Sun event happened, raw power exploded from the sky above Mount Aleph. Mount Aleph was largely destroyed by the explosion, and not a trace remains of the peaceful village of Vale. The planet itself is still caught in a violent throes of rebirth. Natural disasters continue to torment the people of Wayard. But the survivors live on, driven to new desperation. And the good people of Vale, though forced to resettle, continued their sacred vigil. They persist in their duty to Sol Sanctum at Mount Aleph, or at least what remains of it. 2 survivors lived near the crater where Vale once was. The area rocks with eruptions, but they still watch Mount Aleph from the newly upheaved Goma Plateau. They are Isaac and Garet, 2 of the Warriors of Vale. These men, praised and blamed for the dawn of this new day, study the after effects of the Golden Sun carefully. And from their lookout cabin, Isaac and Garet also train their children to be powerful warriors. For this world will soon need a new generation to face the darkness of this new dawn. Golden Sun, Dark Dawn. It really does feel refreshing saying that. I've been meaning to do this Let's Play for a long time, and it really is. I'm really happy that we can now finally say I'm finally recording it. But yeah, this game takes place 30 years after the second game events. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, they remind you of it a lot. Now, there's something I wanted to mention real quick. You guys probably will see it. You guys can see the bottom screen. You guys can see the top screen. I'm going to be mostly focusing on the bottom screen of this Let's Play because that's where most of the action comes up. You guys can probably see the top screen. There's really nothing up there. That's pretty much the reason why. When the screens transition into the 2-screened After Effects where we had a cinematic or something like that, I will kind of merge it in editing to do the 2-screen thing. So sometimes it'll be 1 screen, sometimes it'll be 2 screens. For the majority of it, it'll be the bottom screen of this Let's Play. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Anyways, we got Isaac here. An older Isaac. What a relief to have the journey behind us. Let's just drop our packs here, son. You're getting stronger, Matthew. That will serve you well, since life here at the cabin isn't easy. Now you probably see on the top on the screen here it says tap, and it has my name in red with underlined. This is kind of important. This is kind of a little bit of a collectible. You don't really have to do this. There's no reward for this in this game. But if you tap on it, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It says, as you explore you'll discover many new people and places. Tap their names to get their details. You can also use L and R to view these special insights. When you look at an entry, it will be added to your personal encyclopedia. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap it here. And this is the encyclopedia right here. It tells you what they're talking about in case you don't know. And they remind you a lot in this game. There's a lot of, repeated information. So it says, Matthew, this young man is promising Earth adept, just like his father, who has started his adventure 30 years ago, and just like Isaac, who led the famous Warriors of Vale, Matthew is a person with few words but strong convictions. Okay, so there you go. That's enough work for now. Let's call it a day. The view of Mount Aleph today is spectacular. It's a shame things can't always stay this way. Like this. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and do that. Mount Aleph. Mountain home of Soul Sanctum, mostly destroyed when the Golden Sun effect exploded above it. The mountain once stood over the town of Vale, which was obliterated just by that I can never say that word, event 30 years ago. Okay. The explosive Golden Sun, so we got 2 more. So there's going to be a lot of this. I'm going to tap it to kind of give you guys, if you guys are following me and you guys want to update your encyclopedia, this is how you can do it. So let's go ahead and look at the Golden Sun. It says the powerful explosion happened to Mount Aleph 30 years ago, releasing elemental energy throughout Wayard. Though the Golden Sun event brought the dying world back to life, the magnitude of the power releases caused disasters. And then alchemy. It says the force of the 4 elemental powers are used to study on how they combine and create realities known as alchemy. The ancients sealed away the force of alchemy, and the Warriors of Vale went on their Golden Sun quest to restore alchemy. Okay, so Isaac says, the explosive Golden Sun event all those years ago brought the life-giving power of alchemy back to the world. We were the ones who saved our world from destruction by doing so, but the Golden Sun also brought chaos. Though our world has been reborn, people are desperate, and they're driven to fight like animals. While civilization was ruled by chaos, the land is rocked by eruptions that explode towards the outward from Mount Aleph. Now you can kind of see the remains of the mountain there. All of our continent of Angara, it says this is the continent of the upward Wayard, is divided by a long mountain ranges, make travel between its regions difficult. The northern side of Angara is cold, the southern part is very dry. Mount Aleph and the Goma Plateau are to the west. And then Wayard itself, which is the world itself. The world of Wayard is flat, disc-like planet composed of 4 elements: earth, wind, fire, and water. The elemental forces of alchemy once sealed away and returned to Wayard, bringing new life and also destruction. So Isaac says, all the continent of Angara, even all of Wayard itself, has changed so violently. I fear I know why. It's all the chaos from the re-emergence of alchemy. Key to understanding alchemy is at Mount Aleph, within the places where it all began, Soul Sanctum. Soul Sanctum, an ancient temple hidden in Mount Aleph, was said to be the birthplace of alchemy and was repository of the elemental stars. After the stars were used to start the elemental lighthouses, creating the Golden Sun, and resulting havoc ruined the temple. I appeal to you, wise one, who watches all over Wayard. So this first conversation, they throw a bunch of the vocabulary at you. Wise one, the absolute being, looks like a floating boulder with one central eye. He watches over Wayard and holds unimaginable power. The Wise One is also known as what the ancients called the Philosopher's Stone, a creature that is forged through alchemy. Have mercy on us and give us some sign of what we must do next to save our world from chaos. Oh, there you go again, Isaac. Why is one this? Why is one that? And then Isaac is obviously the Warrior of Vale here in front of us. So there you go. And that's Garet. Hi, Garet. Older Garet. Look, wringing our hands and invoking the name of the godlike hunk of rock isn't going to help matters any. We did what we had to save Wayard. We released alchemy. Now its sheer force is out of control. I know, Garet. That's why we must learn more about the psi-energy vortexes. So here's Garet. This Garet is pretty much Isaac's best friend. This old friend of Isaac fought alongside him as Warrior of Vale in his events leading up to Golden Sun phenomenon. He is Tyrell's father and a fire adept, just like his son. He lives near Mount Elef, helping Isaac monitor the area. And the last thing here is psi-energy vortexes, which is something new for this game. These are distortion in space that suck the elemental energy out of the world and from adepts. They are thought to be the after effect caused by this Golden Sun event. These vortexes have come in the wake of the Golden Sun event, and they are tied to the deadly Morning Moon. That's another term here. Morning Moon. An immense psi-energy vortex once unleashed unimaginable destruction in the center of Garet. The misery it caused was so widespread it became known as the Morning Moon. Fortunately, our old friend Ivan has made that a whole lot easier by building us a Soarwing. Ivan, another hero that we remember from the first game. Warrior of Vale traveled with Isaac during his quest 30 years ago. He now lives in the nearby land of Kale. He has his daughter Karis, our wind adepts, descendants of the Animos, an old civilization thought once long gone. And then the Soarwing. It actually has a picture here. The remarkable invention allows the wearer to glide upon the wind. Soarwings are hard to make and are quite rare. Oh boy, just wait until we find out about that later. Now we can quickly fly in search of psi-energy vortexes as they pop up around the Vale area. Vale is obviously the town that was right before Mount Elef. I don't have to look. I guess I don't have to read all these entries. There's another entry right there for your book. Most importantly, we can fly over the impassable terrain, around Mount Elef to reach Sol Sanctum. There's all the remains of that mountain. Isn't that pretty, guys? I wonder if the Wise One is even in Sol Sanctum anymore, given all the eruptions lately. Or nearby, I'm sorry. And then again, he's not flesh and blood like us, so maybe all this doesn't even bother him. Yeah, he's just a hunk of rock. That's all he is. There's all the more reason we should take Soarwing lessons from Karis. Karis, we just heard earlier, Karis is Ivan's daughter. And a good friend of Matthew and Tyrell. Known Matthew and Tyrell and visiting them at Goma Plateau Cabin. Her father Ivan was a Warrior of Vale. She inherited her father's indomitable spirit and powers of observation. She's every bit as disciplined as her father, so we couldn't be in better hands. Get off the roof, Tyrell! Speaking of the devil, there's Karis right there, and there's Tyrell. Tyrell is a young man of fire adept, following his footsteps of his father Garet. He has a reputation of being a troublemaker, but Matthew is still proud to call him his best friend. Uh-oh, what is Tyrell doing? I'll be down before anyone knows it, Karis. Don't be stupid, Tyrell. It's slippery up here, and after last night's storm? You can fall for all I care, but don't break the Soarwing. Don't be uptight, Karis. I've got it under control. The fool son of mine has taken... Oh, well, I got interrupted by tutorial. Every now and then you can use a motion menu to communicate what you think. Choose a smiling face to respond in a glad, easygoing way. You select a gleeful face to show that you're feeling very positive, even gutsy. Select the sad face to show that you're feeling glum or troubled. Choose the angry face to respond with irritation. Now choose one of the faces to show how you feel about what was just said. Now this is a new mechanic that was added in this game. It is pretty much just to show how you feel about a certain situation that's said. I'm going to be telling you guys so much this, I'm still a little bit weary about this because sometimes the responses I give, they still get mad at me for it. the NPC's kind of like, what are you talking about? Because some of these situations you're like, well, I'm happy that Tyrell's gonna fall off the roof and get hurt. No, that's wrong. But these responses do not affect the story in any shape or form. All they do is they change the dialogue just for like one line. So you can choose whatever you want. There's no set path you have to choose a response to. But Garet says, that fool son of mine has taken out Ivan Sorewing. I'm going to respond with a little bit of irritation. Don't snap at me. You're supposed to help keep my son in line, Matthew. See, this is what I'm talking about. Don't you normally think you would be irritated too, but he's like, you got irritated at me. Well, I didn't mean to. We've got to get that sore wing from Tyrell before he breaks it. Okay, so now we have control of Matthew finally, and says every time they do the transition to the field, it says onward. And you can kind of move around. You can move around with a directional pad and all this other stuff. If you hold down B, I don't think that changes anything. In the first games, you can actually run with that. Here it says, what do you think you're doing, Tyrell? Let's go up and help Tyrell and kind of stop him before he breaks something. Just in time, Matthew. You're a sensible kid. See if you can stop that blockhead. He's your son! Karis pushes me up front. Get over there, Matthew. Talk Tyrell down. I'll try. Not happy about it? Well, you weren't the one who had to look after him all day. I guess you're right. Don't come any closer, Matthew. I told Karis that I wanted to take the Sore Wing out for a quick spin, but she wouldn't let me. She was concerned for your safety, Tyrell. Flying it without proper instruction is too dangerous. That's just like flying a plane. You don't fly a plane without a license, you know, or experience. Even when adepts need special training to fly a Sore Wing, you can't possibly pilot it yet. Come on, how hard can it be? I mean, you just jump into the wind and act like a bird. What? That's bird-brained, son. You're going to drop like a rock in the valley below. You're wrong, and you just don't have any faith in me, Dad. And I'm fed up with people not taking me seriously. Well, it's because you do stupid stuff like this that they don't take you seriously. He's going to do it. There must be something we can do to stop him. He's beyond reason. Our only chance is to render the Sore Wing useless before he takes off. I'm not scared. Not scared at all. If you take off, you won't be able to return to the plateau. You'll drop toward the force below. Uh-oh, he shot off here. This is great, but wait, I really am dropping lower. Oh, now he gets it. Tyrell, really? If you don't have it, you don't have the psi energy to maintain altitude, Tyrell. And here's your term here, psi energy. Controlling elements to the mind known as using psi energy. Those who use psi energy are called adepts. Masters over earth, wind, fire, and water. Many effects are possible through the use of psi energy. So pretty much it's your magic power of this world. But Dad and Isaac have the power to fly it. Yeah, because they're more experienced. They're extremely skilled adepts, that's why. Yeah, exactly. Those who can use psi energy are known as adepts. Adepts are rare descendants of an ancient culture that was long since past. Wind adepts are especially rare. But you're not Karis. You're an apprentice adept just like me. But I'm a wind adept. I'm already used to controlling the wind. God, it's true. I'm dropping lower. Spiraling faster. Help! Gosh darn it, Tyrell. What a disaster. Tyrell won't last long in the forest. It's too dangerous. Let's go respond to that. That isn't helping, son. Don't give up. We'll save him. I've got it. He can fly over the forest valley, then land in the cave. That's our only shot at surviving. I'd better tell him quickly. Listen, Tyrell. Help me! You're already too low to make it back up here. You're right. What can I do? Fly to the far side of the forest. There's a small peak there. I'm falling too fast. I can't get there, Isaac. I hope you're right about this, Isaac. This is no time to doubt yourself. You said you could fly, so fly. Fly to the cave, then take cover. We'll get to you as soon as we can. I have faith in you, Tyrell. What? Tough it out? Okay. Can do, Matthew. See you there. Just go already. Don't waste another second, Tyrell. You'll come and find me, promise? You're my son. I won't leave you to the wolves. Now get going. Fine, I'll head out, but you better come get me, or else. So Tyrell goes and he went to go find cover just like Isaac instructed him here. He's doing it. He's gone. I hope Tyrell can really make it to the other side of the forest. I'm sure he can, Garet. Hear that, Garet? Matthew believes in him. You should too. You have to let Matthew and me go with you. I'm worried about my father's sword wing. It's incredibly difficult to make them. We know how valuable the sword wing is, but... And I feel responsible for Tyrell too. If I had only kept better watch over the sword wing. Nonsense, my son is always acting like a fool. You're not to blame. Garet, we should take them along. You can't be serious. They're just kids. I'm dead serious. They're willing to brave the forest up below to help Tyrell. They have every reason to just let us take care of this. But they want to help. This is what we've been training our children for, assuming their duty to look after the world. Well, no offense to the kids, but they're going to slow us down. Tyrell is all alone down there. Tyrell is more resourceful than you give him credit for. He can fend for himself until we reach him. If you say so, Isaac. I'm going to give Tyrell such an earful for taking the sword wing. My, what fire you got your... I'm sorry, let me reread that. My, what fire you've got in you for a wind adept, Karis. Good, you'll need it out there. Now, you both should get a move on if you want to come along. Head inside the cabin, gear up and meet us at the bridge at the east. Gear up quickly, we need to be on our way. So now we are tasked to go find Tyrell and save him and save the sword wing, which we desperately needed to. And Karis comes over. Are you ready yet, Matthew? Isaac asked me to give something to you. Oh, got a leather cap. Okay, good. Let me help you put that on. Watch how I look at your items when I equip one. To equip yourself with the weapons and armor, touch the menu icon here, bottom right to open the menu. Select the items option to access your items. So we come over here to items. And then they equip the item just like that. There you go. And then you just back out with B. Now find the rest of your gear, and then equip your weapons and armor. Hurry, we need to rescue Tyrell. Okay. One more thing, you should save your progress in the travel log now and then. Watch how I do it. They really do handhold you on a lot of things in this game. I'm gonna tell you that much for sure. And then you come over here, travel log to save, essentially. That's how you do it. And then it saves just like that. There you go. Isaac says it's important to save frequently, so best you get in that habit. Okay, so now we have control of Matthew after that long cutscene here. Open this chest right here. I do believe this is where our gear is. Yeah, there we go. Got a short sword. Let's go ahead and equip that. You can also, yeah, you can open it with the X button. You don't have to touch that screen there. You can, there's a lot of things that they make you want to use the touchscreen for, but sometimes you could just do it without the touchscreen. So let's go ahead and equip the short sword. There we go. And if you come over here, I do believe if you look at this, Isaac's diary. It's been 10 years since the last morning moon, so the nightmare is due to return soon. The world must be ready. We must be ready. The morning moon is coming. So that's a foreboding warning of things to come. So that's pretty much interesting right there. But I think this is a good stopping point for this episode. We had a lot of conversation. We had a lot of info dropped onto us. Before we go on, I want to kind of show you guys the encyclopedia that they talk about. It's right here. As you guys can see, from the top screen here, it says 21 entries out of 179 entries here. So there's 179 of those red entries that we'll be kind of collecting across our journey. So I'm going to keep you guys keep that in mind. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm excited to do a Let's Play of this game. I've been meaning to do it for a long time. And I really want to thank you guys so much for watching. So next episode of Let's Play Golden Sun Dark Dawn, we are going to go rescue Tyrell from where he landed with the Soar Wing. So with that, I will see you guys in the next episode.